Kumusta ngayon sa feeling, Mary, na yun nga, tayo ay nag-uwi ng karangalan, rank 2 tayo or gold award dito sa katatapos pa lang na ano 'to, English Olympiad International, Mary?
Ah, Siguro po, it's a very fulfilling feeling siyempre na naka-gold ako sa preliminary round kasi yung ah, process po sa HIPO, itong English Olympiad, kung sino po yung maka-gold, sila yung magpo-proceed to the next round. So, I'm bound to compete in the national finals in May. So, syempre po, it's a fulfilling feeling and uh, fourth year ko na po actually dito sa English Olympiad na ito. I started in 8th grade. Tapos online pa no, yung pag-conduct ng grade 8. So, iba pa rin yung setup syempre. Tapos nung grade 9 naman, I didn't get to advance to the national finals. And last year and this year, I have achieved the same level of award. So, naka-gold po ako last year, naka-golden ako this year. So, I'm very excited to compete in the national finals.
Alright, yun. Eto malaman namin, Mary, ano, kumusta ba yung naging experience mo dito? Ano yung, sa'yo, mahirap ba? Or para sa'yo, nadalian ka ba dito, Mary, or what, Mary?
Siguro po for me, compared to the other competitions I have been in, siguro it's a matter of passion din po kasi I didn't find it too hard itong preliminary round as well as the previous competitions in the previous years. Kasi uh, para sa akin lang po, I've had this passion for the English language syempre since I was at a young age kasi both of my mother and my grandmother are English professors. So ano po talaga, hindi naman ako I didn't grow up na English yung first language dito sa bahay. Filipino pa rin. Pero, yun, it's a matter of passion. So, hindi naman po siya ganun kahirap, especially with the review sessions provided by the school.
Alright, yun. So malaman namin dito, Mary, ano, kung ano ba yung mga preparasyon or paghahanda mo para sa anong ito, competition na ito, Mary?
So, sa Pisay po, sa Philippine Science High School, may review sessions naman po na provided and my coach's name is Mr. John Richard Moreno. So, every after class or may schedule lang po per grade level kasi hindi lang naman ako yung sole competitor from the school. Meron din from grade 7 hanggang 12. So, may schedule po kami. Halimbawa, every Tuesdays and Thursdays, yung grade level ko ang magre-review. So, that served mainly as my preparation since outside of that, wala naman po ako gaanong ginagawang efforts to prepare for the competition.
Oh, yun. Okay, okay. Ito, last na lang na tanong ko ha bago ko ilipat kay Bombo Kim sa aking partner. Ito, dito sa competition na ito, Mary, pwede mo bang sabihin sa amin, ano ba yung mga parang coverage nung kung exam man or competition na ito? And ano ba yung mga nangyari dito, Mary?
So sa preliminary round po, usually, I mean, from the past years that I have also competed, ang dalawang portions po na exam was reading, comprehension, and the use of English. So sa use of English po, mostly grammar siya, since yeah, use of English. So hindi naman po siya, as I've said, hindi naman siya ganun ka challenging, more on confusing talaga kasi grammar is very flexible, 'di ba? I mean, language is very flexible as compared to arithmetic na fixed talaga siya kahit anong mangyari, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. But language, on the other hand, is ayun, very diverse. So, dito po talaga sa use of English yung mas challenging na part na anong verb tense yung gagamitin mo, anong correct, ano yung pinaka-eksakto na word na gagamitin mo na appropriate for this context and that. And sa reading comprehension naman po, it's just the usual, magbabasa ka and you will pick the most appropriate option. Pero sa national finals naman po, from my experience last year when I competed in May 2025, merong part na may essay writing tapos parang fill in the blanks na spelling. So, syempre, dahil it's a more advanced round, mas mahirap din yung questions.
Alright, yun. Sa puntong ito, Mary, ano, ibibigay ko muna sa aking partner ang spotlight para makapagtanong din sa'yo. Sige, Bombo Kim.
Yes, good morning ulit, Mary. And ito si Bongbong Kim Ramos. Welcome dito sa ating programang Good Morning Philippines. So
Morning.
siguro matanong ko lang, since sabi nyo, ang first language nyo sa inyong bahay, Filipino, and bagaman yung mga parents, mga educators and bihasa sa English language and grammar, siguro matanong ko na lang yung paano mo minahal mismo yung English language to the point na kumbaga yun nga, umaabot tayo sa point na nagkipag-compete tayo na umabot tayo sa international avenue.
Okay po. Personally po, as I've said, it's really a matter of passion, and I can't really conjure from when I started loving the English language. Kasi maybe nung elementary po, during my elementary days, of course, I've had very stellar teachers as well. Alumnus po ako ng Diet Elementary School, which is now the Diet Integrated School. And of course, a great teacher makes a great student. So I've had many great teachers throughout my elementary years up to now, actually. And of course, my greatest teacher will still be my mother. Yes po. So yun lang po. I think passion stems from a force beyond. I read a lot. I read articles from the internet. I've been reading since I was a kid. So I think nature and nurture. So it's ano po, mostly from my environment kung paano ko namahal yung English language.
So yes, Mary, siguro matanong ko lang for you gaano kahalaga yung tulad nitong napanalunan mo sa international world nga ng kumbaga competition, siguro sa paglinang nga nitong English language and sa yung school syempre to bring honor, and siguro mismo sa kumbaga pagtangkilik natin sa pagsasalita ng tinuturing na universal language sa buong mundo.
Yes po. For me, as a scholar of the Philippine Science High School, yun nga, it's a science high school. It's very science-centric, and there are quite few opportunities, little opportunities to join humanities competitions such as this one, an English Olympiad. So, para po sa akin, in the context of being in my school, science would not make sense without language. How can science be communicated without language? So I give the utmost importance to both science, the field of science, and the field of humanities. Kasi, yun nga, how would we bridge science to the ordinary people kung hindi nila maiintindihan, kung hindi natin i-express yung science in this way na maiintindihan nila? So, for the context, in the aspect of being in Pisay, I think this is the most important achievement I have brought from being awarded as a gold medalist in this competition. And in a general sense, I think being speaking another language is, in a way, something that breaks the ordinary. Kasi I'm also a writer for the Filipino publication in my school, and I have also written in the English publication. And yun nga, I wouldn't say that I am the greatest writer that there is even in my school, but as they've said, Jack of all trades, a master of none is better than a master of one. So yun lang po.
Mary, siguro matanong ko lang to since nanalo nga tayo sa international space sa kumbaga in terms of pagtangkilik dito sa English language, siguro naging advocate ka na rin since mga ilang years o matagal-tagal ka na ding nakikipag-compete sa larangan na ito. Ikaw ba as kumbaga nagsasalita or tumatangkilik ng English language, paano mo ba ina-advocate siguro itong pagtangkilik o pagsasalita o pag-aaral nitong English to the point na siguro paano mo siya i-break yung stigma lalo na sa mga tao na sinasabing itong pag-i-English ay para sa matatalino lang?
Okay po. Speaking in today's times, especially with the Generation Alpha na they've grown up speaking English, and yes, there is a stigma na ang English ay para lang sa matatalino. But as long as we have that stigma, hindi tayo makakausad from as much as they say that it's colonial mentality that we speak English over Filipino, I think one way na pwede kong ma-foster yung English as, in a way, progress is not being ashamed to express it, not being ashamed to express my sentiments and my feelings through this language. And of course, ang pagsasalita pa rin ng Filipino at paggamit pa rin ng Filipino. Kasi I think it's a very, tawag dito, for me, sa ginagawa ko ngayon, it's very fulfilling na I'm writing for a Filipino publication but I am competing in English contests kasi that makes balance, and I guess that's how I try to remove the stigma. And I have also contributed to my school, of course, and I've contributed to my school mainly by joining competitions. And one thing I also do is that I volunteer, or nag-agree ako mag-host ng events, maging MC. So, yun nga, sa school namin, hindi naman ganun kalala yung stigma kasi it's taught, it's in the curriculum. But for the ordinary people outside Visay, the ordinary people in general, I think one way is to still use Filipino in teaching the English language.
Siguro, Mary, sa akin last na lang bago ko ibalik kay Bomboquero yung bola ng pagtatanong ano. Siguro for you ba, paano mo na lang, anong paalala mo sa ating mga kumbaga kapwa sa generation natin? Siguro kung parehas man tayo nasa kumbaga ano bang generation mo na ewan, basta sa generation mo na lang siguro, baka mas matanda na yung generation ko. Pero yun na, Mary, siguro ano na lang paalala o tips mo sa mga nasa generation mo, or siguro sa mga nais mo pang o siguro sa mga dapat pang tumangkilik ng English language, kung paano magiging madali or kung paano nila tatangkilikin itong lengguwahe to the point na yun nga na ito ay importante na part of our communication, hindi lang siguro sa medium natin sa local, sa international, kundi siguro sa pakikipag-connect internationally.
So, masasabi ko lang ay communication is universal, and kahit na meron tayong barriers by language, kailangan pa rin nating alalahanin na if one cannot understand another, then there will be no progress at all in the world. So we have to remove the stigma that English is only for intelligent people. Kasi hindi talaga tayo usad kung pananatilihin natin yung gantong mindset na para lang language should be divided by social class or intelligence bracket na rin. So, yun lang po.
So, yun, siguro for further questions, baka may mga reserve itong kapartner ko nga si Bomboquero. Bomboquero?
Yan. So, balik sa akin, Mary, So, ito, Mary, napapansin ko, the way you speak and yung cadence mo ngayon sa interview, talagang napaka-competitive mo, sa ganitong larangan. Ito, para lang magkaroon din ng idea yung ating audience, Mary, paano mo na-develop yung ganitong uri ng confidence, Mary?
I would say that, syempre, public speaking is really an important skill, and being in a school publication has helped me develop that. Kasi syempre, may times na ako yung nasa position nyo, ako yung nag-i-interview, and may times din that I give statements for other publications. And meron din po kasi syempre sa curriculum ng PSI, there is an English and Filipino subject, there are English and Filipino subjects, and merong kumbaga assessments na you have to speak impromptu or extemporaneously. So those things have really shaped my skills to speak ng ganito.
Iyon, okay. Eto, malaman lang natin, sunod ko itong katanungan, Mary, may mga struggles ba tayong na experience or challenge during that time na nag-compete tayo sa English Olympiad, Mary?
So, I think yung pinakamalaking challenge lang naman po sa akin was the pressure na last year, since I competed in the same category last year and this year. Kasi Hippo 4 is for both grade 10 and grade 11. So, it's my second year in this category. Tapos paglabas ko dun sa competition room, syempre may exam debrief, post-exam debrief with your other competitors na anong sagot mo dito, anong sagot mo dyan. Tapos ako yung may naiibang sagot sa lahat. So, I was worried na syempre the pressure I impose upon myself na baka kung kailan pangalawang year ko na hindi ako maka-gold, ganun. And syempre, another factor, another challenging thing to competing is the limited time, the very limited time for review. Kasi as a Pisay scholar, syempre marami din pong responsibilities kaming tinatake up. And after class lang talagang review sessions namin, minsan nakakancel pa nga. So those two were the main obstructions, kumbaga, in achieving this goal.
Alright, yun. Eto, tanungin kita ng medyo tawag nito. Parang susubok ito sa galing mong magpaliwanag, Mary. Ano, para sa iyo kasi syempre may mga tao ngayon, halimbawa yung mga literal talagang mga palibhasa Pilipino, talagang tinataguyod yung wikang Pilipino na pag narinig kang mag-Ingles, parang hindi ka na Pilipino. Para sa iyo, Mary, nakakabawas ba sa pagka-Pilipino natin pagka, yun nga, tinangkilik natin yung wikang Banyaga, like yung Ingles? Ano yung masabi mo rito, Mary?
Para sa akin po, hindi naman. Una-una, to each his own. At ikalawa, yun nga, meron tayong equilibrium na lagi. In science, we say that equilibrium is the balance of all things, of all forces in nature. At syempre, paano bilang as someone na Filipino yung first language sa bahay, there is this balance still that I only get to speak English kapag kailangan, actually. I don't converse with this language in an everyday sense. Siguro ngayon lang kasi yung interview about sa winning ko sa English Olympiad. Pero mostly I do speak with the Filipino language. And I would say that I wouldn't say that I'm a better speaker of the Filipino language, pero ayun nga, we have to have this balance as opposed to siguro these new generations na they really grew up on the English with social media and these children's entertainment videos. Pero we have to teach them as an older generation, we have to teach them to also have a passion, have a loving for our own language. Pero in terms of being one-on-one with these Filipino defenders talaga na kailangang Filipino lang yung sasalitain mo, yun nga, as I've mentioned, hindi tayo uusad if we keep on neglecting or if we keep on, hindi ka pwede magsalita nito, dapat ito ka lang. Hindi talaga tayo uusad with that kind of mindset.
Yun. Actually, nagustuhan ko yung sagot mo, Mary. So ito, Mary, lilihis ako ng konti. Ito, tungkol ito sa pagiging scholar natin dito sa, yun nga, sa isang prestihiyosong paaralan, Philippine Science High School. Actually, nung mga nakausap ko yung mga student ng ibang mga school, National High School, Mary, nilulook up talaga ang Pisay. So, kumusta sa feeling na ganun yung pagtingin sa atin ng mga student? And kumusta tayo bilang student dito sa Philippine Science High School, Mary?
Unang-una po, syempre it's flattering that people look up at us in this kind of way. And syempre na-validate yung efforts na pinupur namin into excelling in academics and even non-academics, mga extracurriculars, co-curriculars like this English Olympiad. And second, I don't think it should be something that fuels our ego that these people, even in our age bracket, yung mga kabatch namin na, kunwari, nasa Pisay ka, magaling ka talaga. I don't think that this should be too emphasized kasi as much as we are given more opportunities to delve into science and technology, this kind of education system should be expanded actually. Na hindi lang yung premier science education ay binibigay sa Pisay. I think it should also be available to others. And we shouldn't really be fueled by these kinds of compliments. I think we should treat them as equals.
Iyon, okay. Eto pa, samantalahin ko na din ito, Mary. May naririnig akong term sa mga student ng Pisay, yung Hell Week. ano ba yun, Mary? Ano bang ibig sabihin nun?
Actually po, Hell Week na namin next week. And Hell Week is really yung exams week tapos the week following that, yung compliance period. Kasi when you submit requirements beyond the compliance period, parang you get a certain grade na lang, hindi ka mag-exceed sa certain grade. So we really are time-bound when it comes to these matters na kailangan may exams ka, dito may iko-comply yung kunwari may mga assessments kayo na may performance. Basta within that week lang po talaga. Tapos doon na due yung lahat. So yun yung Hell Week.
Iyon. So parang ano pala, dito dapat bawal ang papetiks-petiks. Mary, ano. May mga naririnig pa din ako. Siguro misconception lang ito or mas maganda kung sa'yo manggaling, Mary. Ano. Ang tingin, palibasa, yun nga, pag sinabing Pisay talaga, well, nilook up talaga ito ng ibang mga student. Ang sabi nung ilan, Mary, parang medyo may ano daw tayo sa pakikipag-socialize. Yung mga Pisay student. Totoo ba yon, Mary, or misconception lang?
Actually, I wouldn't say na misconception po ito kasi yung location mismo ng campus namin, sa sobrang layo namin sa Kabihasnan, kumbaga kasi nasa paanan kami ng Mount Isarog. And I think one way to communicate science with the community is to be close to the community, have some proximity with the community, and to see what the community actually needs. And I guess this is, syempre, it's a fact na hindi na namin mababago kasi doon na nakatayo yung campus. And in terms of socializing, I would say since sobrang isolated nga namin sa ibang tao, we do have challenges in socializing, especially kung hindi naman as well-rounded. I mean, hindi ganun kagaling sa languages, sa aspect ng languages. And I think it's one thing to be improved with Pisay students kasi yun yung iniisip namin. Yun yung meron ng stigma na dahil sa Pisay ka, mas magaling ka, and it's worsened by how far we are from the community. So I think it's one thing that we should work on.
Iyon, okay. So, ito Mary, bago ko pala makalimutan para alam din ng ating audience, anong grade mo na dito sa Pisay, Mary?
Currently po, nasa grade 11 ako. Hindi pa naman tapos yung school year namin. Hindi kami same calendar as DepEd schools. But I'm currently in grade 11. Tapos ang track ko po ay physics. So I'm specializing on physics.
And Bicolano ka rin, Mary?
Opo, pero hindi po ako gaanong bihasa sa pananalita sa Bicol kasi taga Camarines Norte po ako.
Alright. Yun. So yun, ngayon ko lang nalaman, Mary. Eto Mary, bago tayo magtapos sa interview, siguro ano yung masasabi natin na proud tayo or ano yung nakaka-proud sa atin pagka tayo ay Pisay student o estudyante tayo dito sa Philippine Science High School. Para sa iyo, Mary.
I wouldn't say that being in Pisay itself is a pride to be taken upon, but coping with the responsibilities and the weight and the number of these responsibilities is one thing to be proud of. Coping with that and still excelling in these fields, still excelling in a lot of fields for me. Kasi yun nga po, a jack of all trades, but master of none is better than a master of one. So that's what I am proud of as a Pisay scholar.